Furiman. Memorial Day. So some of y'all been kind of coming at me crazy because Golden State is gonna play. Golden State's gonna play the Raptors. I didn't think the Raptors would make it this far, but they did. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know, the Raptors deserve it. I think they're gonna go and beat Golden State. I don't think the Raptors. I don't think the Raptors have a chance against Golden State. But what do I know? Jesus saves, Vic. He really does. Shoot, man, I'm just chilling out, trying to keep myself even killed. You know, just trying not to let stuff bother me. You know, just chilling, man. I got some lemonade. Jesus is your homie. Nothing wrong with a good old JC being your homie. It's humid out here, man. Is it hot where you guys are at? But anyways, I was going to talk about some other stuff, but I know most of you are going to want to talk to me about the NBA and the fact that I said the Bucks were going to beat the Raptors, but I thought that the series was going to tie up, but it didn't. I'm surprised. You know, shoot, do I think the Raptors have a chance? Nah. It's very humid in Chicago, where I stay. Oh, okay. Oh, you in Chicago? Shoot. O Block. Crazy, crazy out in Chi. Yeah, I was trying to turn on some music, but I didn't like the song that I had. Sometimes I don't like my song choice. Anyways. Okay, it's a little better. Yeah. I was going to do this outside, but as soon as I got out there, a mosquito. These mosquitoes are vicious. I was like, I ain't wrestling with you. Maybe they did that, bring it more attention to. You know what? Drake had a lot to do with that. Drake had a lot to do with that. Yeah. Yeah, your boy Drake created a. Drake is good for the sport, surprisingly. I didn't I didn't see that before. I thought he was just irritating. But Drake is, yeah, he's good for the sport. So, yeah, you know, freaking Drake up in this piece. Yeah, and they need people like that. You know what I'm saying? So, Drake is, and I should have considered that. But like I said, it doesn't matter. I had like one person that was going to bet me, and I would have lost. But he was such an idiot. I had to cut him off the channel because he was an idiot. He could have won some money if he would have just been, a straight up dude, but that isn't what he wanted to be. So I'm not trying to babysit these, some of these guys, man. I don't have the patience anymore to be super nice and put up with people's crap. I'm not really interested in that. People on the internet, they'll harden you. But we'll see, because I still got what, 2 bets? I got 2 people that bet me, other than Mr. Davis. I got 2 people who say that Golden State will not win. As a matter of fact, I need to find these guys, because look at this. No, it's not on here. I need to find out where I put that information at. Golden State loses. Well, I would have beat him anyway, Alex Davis, because he chose the Bucks. So he would have. Well, he said that Golden State wasn't going to win, but then he chose the Bucks. It was all switched around. Then he chose the Raptors, and then he's like, "Nah, I think the Bucks are going to beat the Raptors, so I'm pulling out." And then now the Raptors won. So, but I had bet 2 other people. I don't know what I had bet 2 other people, but and I think they lost because the Bucks lost. But some people were saying, "Oh no, Kawhi is going to do it." So I don't know what I did. I'm usually good about that. I'm usually damn good about that. Huh. I don't know what I did with that information. It might be in my book, I might have it in my, because I write, every time somebody bets me, I write them down. That way, everything is on the up and up. Anywho, yeah. Some people ain't right. Some people ain't on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? So I like to write it down, that way I keep track of, who said what. I don't know what I did with it. I'll find it. But yeah. I think I'll end up winning anyway, because I think Golden State's gonna take it. Kawhi's hot, man. He's a big deal. Kawhi's a big deal right now. They're going around talking about he's the greatest player. I'm just like, Max Ellerman, really? Kawhi Leonard is the greatest player now? Now he's the greatest player? Because LeBron's not in? This guy's the greatest player? I'm just... the sports commentators, the thing about them is they can't make up their mind at all. They can't. 1 second, one person's the greatest. In the top five. Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this because that's heavy. That's heavy. Tell me, what has he done to put him in the top five within the last 2 years, 3 years? Because, oh, okay, let me say this. If you're going to put someone in the top five, you're going to be looking at, let's be fair, you're not going to be looking at one season. That's just ridiculous to say on one season this man is in the top five. That's not even. Now, if you're saying for this year, okay, let's talk about that. For this year, he's in the top five this year. Top five this year. Yeah, that's exactly what it's called. So if you're saying this year he's in the top five, okay, I'm almost with you. This year, though, this year, maybe, 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 and that's a huge maybe. I'm just not. What was he last year? They need right. Overall, I say top 10. I can't. How? How do you do that? How do you just automatically equate overall? Like how? Like I'm not saying this to be an idiot. I'm saying this to be for real. How are you measuring someone on one season, 2 seasons? Like what? I'm curious. How many seasons are we going by when we're talking about Kawhi Leonard being the best there is? Uh, Being within the top 10, the top five. Where's your metric of measurement? Because to me, I think it's just not even possible to say that. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. Let's look at the Spurs. Let's look at the Spurs. Let's go back. Kawhi Leonard was the man. He was supposed to be the man, right? He was supposed to be the takeover dude. Right? He was supposed to take over, right? And let me just ask: do you think that Kawhi took over? Do you think the Tony Parker that are leaving, and the rest of the guys who are Ginobili, they're an older team. Did he take over this year before he got hurt? Okay, with the Spurs, championship year, defensive present was crazy. Okay, see, that's what I want to know. Because listen, I'll say this over and over again. You guys know more about the sport than I do. So that's why I'm like, please tell me how you're measuring that up. Because I do not like. And we're talking about Kawhi. So when was he at? Okay, so let's be fair. You're talking about what, 3 years? This is 3 years you're talking about, right? It's just 3 years. You're saying within 3 years, Kawhi has been notably good. He's that man. He's that man. He's that man. He's that man. Within the last 3 years, Kawhi's that man. All right. All right. So within the last couple years, he's measured up to being that dude for the top 10 all time. You see how that just I don't know, you guys. I don't know. It just, I don't know, guys. Top 10 all time. Just, ooh. I don't know, it just kind of messes with me. Because, or alternate, no. I don't understand. To me, I just think it's early to say that the man is in the top 10 of all time. I just think it's early. I don't think it's not possible. I just think it's early. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think he's just not there yet. He's just not there yet. Like, it's just not. It's just not there yet. It's just, to me, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. To me, it's just too early. But what do I know? I'm just a guy, you know what I'm saying? But it's just way too, it's too early for me. I think it's, you know, it's way too young for me to go, yeah, why is that deal right now? I don't know. What I can say is, here's what I can say. Does he have the potential to be that deal? Absolutely. If that's what we're looking at, I'm on board. I'm on board with that. If we're looking at potential, I'm on board. Let's look at potential. I'm on board with that. I'm on board with that all day. I'm on board with that. But I'm not on board with top anything, not just yet. Not just yet. But potentially, yeah, I'm on board with that. Do I think he's a superstar? Yeah. Yeah, he has reached superstar status. He has definitely reached superstar status. Uh, yeah. There's just no doubt about that. Um, Nobody can take that away from him. Uh, is he getting paid like a superstar? Absolutely. Nobody can take that away from him. Do I think he's worth the money? Here's my problem with it. Here's my problem with it. My problem with him is you don't know whether he's going or staying. That's the problem. You don't know if he's your friend or if he's not. You don't know. You don't know. Warriors in 4. There you go. Hey, what's going on? Somebody saying hello. What's going on, Reluct? What's going on, big dog? How you doing? Reluct with the good advice. Go check him. Go check out his channel. Bro's got mad advice. Good advice. Good stuff comes out of that channel. So if you're someone who is you're someone who is looking to learn about some otherworldly stuff, man, talk to that brother. He he knows his stuff. Educated brother, good stuff. Big soccer game going. Okay, I shoot. You tell me, cause I don't know about soccer, bro. I do not know. I don't know jack about soccer. I'm trying to do 5 things at once. This is not working. Get my behind kick. I'm trying to do 90 things at once. Having fun here. Trying to get my chillax on. Get my butt whooped in this game. Jeez. That ended badly. But yeah, Reluct it's a very knowledgeable person. In Brazil. Well, it's a thing all over the world, actually. It's crazy right now in Rio. You're in Rio right now? You are a traveling person. Yeah. Well, it's the thing all over the world. Actually, that's the biggest sport there is, all over the world. Uh, but you think it's the last year for the Warriors dynasty? Nah, I think that the Warriors. Listen, here's what I think the NBA is gonna do. The NBA is gonna allow LeBron James to get another ring, maybe two. In order for them to do that, yeah, in order for them to allow LeBron James to go to LA and shine, especially now that Magic isn't there anymore. I mean, LeBron James can just fill the shoes that Magic. I mean, look at the sound opportunity that they created when Magic quit. Just look at that. Yeah, just look at what they did though. When Magic stepped out, Magic said, "I make more money." This is what he told the lady owner. He's like, "I make more money outside of the NBA than I do messing around in here." So Magic isn't hurt about not getting whatever millions of dollars that they're paying him. That's not. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Magic. That was pocket change to him. This man owns theaters. He owns all kind of stuff. He owns it. He's the rightful owner. Property, real estate. He's Magic Johnson is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? He's not on a Michael Jordan level, but nonetheless, he's smart. Yeah, he's a true businessman. And the thing about Magic Johnson is Magic connected with he connected with people. Jamie, the woman. It's possible he's Magic Johnson. I mean, if you look at it, it's weird because she was a kid when he was playing, but he's an idol. Yeah, Magic Johnson is an idol. You know what I'm saying? So it don't surprise me. Crumbs of love. Now he was getting paid. I don't know what his salary was, but nonetheless, it just when you're dealing at that level, it looked to me it was more of saving face for the Lakers from the beater. So if you yeah, if you yeah, if you're looking at is it to me if I'm looking at Golden State being out, I think Golden State got got 2 more years. I think they're gonna win this year. I think they might win next year, but they're gonna win another year. It might not be next year, but then I think LA is just gonna come in and steamroll everyone. But that's only if oh yeah. But like I said, I think it was just to save face for the Lakers. I don't think that move was because Magic is this great GM or whatever. I think it was because he's Magic Johnson and the Lakers are a very fan favorite team. They're a very organic team. You know what I'm saying? The movie stars that are constantly in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? It's just different. It's like we're in LA. It's the pinnacle of the world and worldliness. This is LA. This is where it all happens. Yeah, it's all about the Lakers. So having an icon like Magic, or James Worthy, or you know what I'm saying, uh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, to get some championships, to get some of those memories of the championships and get some of those guys out there, you know, I think they would have hired any one of them. It's just that Magic is, yeah. But the thing about it is Magic been catching that heat. Remember Sterling, the owner? I forgot what team he owned. And Sterling's his little side piece was hanging out with Magic, and Sterling was like, "Why do you gotta hang out with him?" Yeah, that's how Sterling got in trouble. Yeah, yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah, the little Asian persuasion that he had. You know what I'm saying? She was getting money off of Sterling. Got herself a nice Ferrari or whatever. But when she did that and reported it, she recorded and reported it. Uh, of course, that was the end of her money. Like nobody knows who this chick was. She was just a side piece. So she cut off the hand that fed her, and then the wife turned around and sued her for $2 million. Like the wife knew what was popping, but the wife just bided her time, and she was just like, "Yeah, I know what's popping over there," and she just waited. Then the wife turned around and sued her. You ain't heard from that girl since. She is a side piece, but that's what that was all about. She was hanging out with Magic Johnson. So of course she's young, so I'm sure she tried to latch on to somebody else, but nobody wants you after you've been with Sterling. Like you ain't seen her with a basketball, football player since. You ain't heard from this chick since. Like what does she do now? But yeah, I think Golden State's gonna be okay for another year. But I think they're gonna break that team up. I think they're gonna smash that team up. They have to, because I'm telling you right now, I still don't think that there's a team out there who can beat them. Healthy, what's gonna happen? LeBron's gonna get AD, Paul George, still not gonna help. LeBron can get AD, he can get Paul George, it's not gonna help. The Pelicans ain't gonna want to give up AD. That's their star player. But nonetheless, it'll happen just to try to beat the Warriors. Nah, they're gonna have to break that crew up, Edwards. They're gonna have to. What do you mean by that? They're too unselfish. I still got this crazy cold, but yeah, they're gonna have to. There's just you can't put two. Okay, so here's what happened. Here's what happened with Golden State, right? Because people are like, where did Golden State come from? Here's what happened. Here's what happened. When Steph Curry came on the team, he's like a Steph Curry is like he's like a mentor to these guys. He came on the court with his supreme skills, right? Right. And you see what they did to them. Uh yeah, yeah, yeah. They played yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Good stuff, reluctant. So Steph Curry comes out balling, right? And he's showing people how good he is beyond the beyond the three. He's beyond the three. He's not at the foul line or the three. He's beyond the three, and he comes and he releases beyond the three. So you can't even defend him. You can't. You can't even you can't defend that because when you run down court and he's coming down court, if he has a step back, which he does, he has a step back three or a fadeaway three. It's just look at the replays. It's just so hard to defend that. So what did he teach everybody else? You got Draymond Green, who's the center. Isn't Draymond the center? Draymond Green is shooting threes. Shaquille O'Neal wasn't shooting threes. Olajuwon wasn't shooting threes. I don't think the mailman was shooting threes. Name me what center. I could be wrong, but we know Shaq wasn't shooting threes. We know Matumbo wasn't shooting threes. Please tell me who was shooting threes back in the day. Because Draymond Green is shooting threes. Clay is shooting threes. None of those guys was shooting threes. Draymond Green shooting threes, people. This is why they're the greatest backcourt. You can't stop that. You can play a zone defense, not going to help you. You can play a trap defense, not going to help you. They tried that. Cleveland tried to trap him. Didn't help. That's what I'm saying. There's never been a team like this. And you can put LeBron, Paul George, AD, and I don't know who else you want to dig up. If those guys aren't as good as Clay, Iguodala, uh, 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 Durant, Clay, Iguodala, Durant, Green, and just throw anybody else in there. You got four people who are shooting outside of the perimeter and making it 64%. I'm just wondering who was doing that, because the Bulls weren't doing that. You had two people, you had three people on the Bulls who were doing that. You had three people on the Bulls who were doing that. But most of the time it was an inside game. But of course you had Jordan doing it. You had Who was Kerr doing it or Kukoc or one of those guys? One of those other guys was doing it, and then you had Pippen, but they weren't doing it like this, running the board up to 126. 126. Only let me read that. Only way you can beat them out is at their own game. Is it? That's it. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, it's a game of catch up, is what it is. You're trying to catch up to what Steph Curry has started. And listen, there's some dynamite threes. People who, yeah, but yeah, but Jordan and Curry on the Bulls. But you only got a few people on the Bulls who was doing that. The Bulls have like 5 people who are doing this. And listen, you got Curry knocking down 30 points a game. You know what kind of cushion that is? This is each game in the playoffs. This is not against the scrub. This is not against the scrub team. This is he's averaging 64% from the field in the playoff. That's different than you're playing Cleveland this year, who won 19 games, or you're playing Phoenix because you know they played Phoenix. You beat Phoenix by 30 points. Do you think anybody's going to be like, man, Phoenix got beat by 30 points? Where'd that come from? No. They're in last place in the West. Cleveland's in last place in the East. Even Magic. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, he was doing this with an injury. So but you guys see what I'm saying? The only way you're gonna beat that team is if they break them up. They have to dissolve the team. But if that team decides, you know what, we want to go out there and listen, listen, they won 73 games in a season and lost the championship to Cleveland. Nah, bro, the NBA is fixed. There's no way Cleveland won those games. Man, come on. No. No. No, 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 no. I don't care what LeBron is. He knows it, and we all saw it. You know what I'm saying? We all saw that. There's no way that they won that championship. Straight up, no. We all saw it. Just like the Bucks and playing against the Raptors. I'm sorry, Kawhi Leonard, man, he's the only decent player on there. Yeah, 2016 was it? Yeah, 2016. I'm like, nah, man, nah. There's just no way. Thank you for correcting me. There's just no way. When I saw that, I was like, get out of here. Yeah, this is true. But did you see it though? Look, I don't even watch. They gave it to LeBron, a messenger for feminism. Wow, you took it to a whole nother spot. I don't think anybody online has saw that. But then again, you are one of those, deep thinkers. Political puppet after that. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. LeBron has done a lot in his hood. Look bad, LeBron losing. And yeah, this is true. Well, let me say this. Let me say this to you, reluctant, because you're into. You're. I think you're one of those people who like the deep net like needs to. You know what I'm saying? Because the way your thought process and the way you figure things and look at everything with your third eye and figure things out. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to understand that's not the average person. especially when it comes to sports. People need to be taught what you know. I'm saying that because when sports is not made, you know what I'm saying? Sports is not, it's just not made for that. It's made to do the actual total opposite. You know what I'm saying? And then they throw in, you know, whatever they're trying, whatever agenda they have. You know what I'm saying? Right, right. That's what it is. It's a circus. It's not meant to be taken like, oh, look over here while they're doing something over there, even though they are. So when you say stuff like that, you like that's a whole video. Like you can leave a link in the description and break it down, and you know the people who are on there can look and see what you're talking about because that is very deep information that needs to wake people up. But you got to understand, there's a lot of people in the matrix that they don't want to take the what was the pill that woke you up? The blue pill? Yeah, yeah. What pill was it that woke you up? The red pill? I don't know. But they don't want to take that pill and wake up in the real world. Yeah, yeah, the red pill. They don't want to take that red pill, man. So you're talking about something that's very, very deep. And I know this because I've been to your channel before. Now I've listened to you talk about things, and I had to to get on my research, like, oh, to try to keep up with the conversation, which is good. But when it comes to sports, man, a lot of people, yeah, yeah, all the time. Yeah, Copper. Hey, Copper. Hey, Copper. Let me, let me say this, Copper. Copper. Let me say this. I made a video a long time ago talking about the Raptors and the possibility that they're playing Golden State. So, okay, you told me whatever, but good on you. All right, good on you. Uh, I was okay. Let me say this in my defense. I'm talking to Copper now. Let me say this in my defense. One, there's two reasons why I start saying that the Bucks would go. One, the understanding breed and circuit here in Brazil. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Okay, Drake in the house, right? Okay, there's a few reasons why I said that the Bucks will go. One, the Greek Freak was doing all right until they shut him down. They shut his lane down, and that was it for him. Two, they were playing very unselfish, as Reluctant says, basketball. They were playing a lot of perimeter basketball. And I was like, okay. Three, Kawhi Leonard is a question mark. He was a question mark when he was playing with the Spurs. He's a question mark now. So was I looking at him as a sure thing? Absolutely not. And listen, he can go on and win the championship. He can sweep them. I'll still never look at Kawhi as a sure thing for anyone. Why? Because he only has yearly contracts. And he did that on purpose. So he could be the greatest this year, but it's still not going to make me any difference looking through a coach's eyes. Because you're not going to nail him down for more than 2 years. He's going to go wherever the wind blows. So I was looking at a solid team in the Bucks, and also they were the number one team all year. To shut down one if the others can't shoot. True. So that's why I was looking at them. I was like, okay, it's possible. Hold on a second. One, two, one, two. So yeah. So there was some things that were just kind of helping me out going, okay, Kawhi might not stay. You know what I'm saying? Give it to the Bucks, let the Bucks go. But I'm gonna tell you what started changing my mind, but I don't really like the midstream, change up midstream. What started changing my mind was what Drake was doing. And what he did in, like, what was it, game 4, I was like, okay, the Bucks aren't gonna, because Drake is good for the sport. He's causing a lot of distraction, and the other players from the Bucks, they were talking about him. And as soon as I hit the media, that was it. That was it. It was like, oh boy, that's it. You know, so that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna just make this video, even though I know that the Raptors, because they have the momentum behind them. That's it. So what? 24 years it took them to get to this spot. I still can't see them winning. There's no reason for them to win. Now here's what's gonna suck. Here's what's gonna suck. They lose, right? They lose. Oh, okay. Let me say this. Right. I was about to go there. Let me say this. Let me say this. To me, they weren't a better team than the Bucks. All right. So let's do this. If Golden State decides to play them like they played Portland, Canada won't see Canada won't see no parts of the championship. If they decide to step on the gas, and I presented this the other day. Who do you think is a better team? Portland, Canada's team, the Raptors. Who do you think's a better team? And that's pretty crazy that the whole country of Canada is represented by one team. Durant goes to Toronto. Durant will never go to Toronto. Durant will go to the Knicks. Right. They're the Patriots. But it didn't, well, I can't really see. I think the Patriots games are definitely fixed for him, especially that Russell Wilson. Oh, that throw that Russell Wilson. Why didn't you give it the beast mode? You on the 2-yard line, Pete Carroll? Nah. That's different. That okay? Here's a difference. Here's the difference. The Patriots have the games fixed so they can win. Isn't that right, Matt Ryan, quarterback for the Falcons? They have it. Nah, Durant. No, Durant will go to the Knicks or something. They have it. Okay, so it's the opposite for Golden State. They tell Golden State to chill out and let other people win. So, it's just the difference. They're not the Patriots. A different kind of, right, different kind of fixing, right. For the Patriots, they're like, we're going to fix it so you win. For Golden State, they're like, you need to fix it so they win. Yeah, it's a different type of fix. But it's definitely, some fixing going on, but it's just way different. See, the Golden State they don't need to lose. They lose because they want to. That's it. If they don't want it to go into overtime, it's not going into overtime. And it's very simple for them to do it. Listen, all they have to do, hey, what's going on, Tammy? It's a sports talk. We're talking about, you can stay if you want, but it's sports talk. It's not men talk, it's sports talk. Could they win every game? Is what you're saying. Well, they proved it to us. Golden State proved it to us. It's not what I'm saying, it's fact. They proved it to us in 2016. But they. Okay. Okay, Tammy, have a good one. But they proved it to us in 2016. Didn't they? I mean, they proved it to us. So I wouldn't say it if it wasn't a fact. Or I would use speculation on it. Yeah, they proved it to us. Yeah, it's sports talk, but Tammy is more of a political and a healthcare, person who she covers healthcare really good. She covers politics and religion real good. Um, so yeah, but so yeah, I just wanted to say that like they proved it in 2016 what they can do until they were told to what? Step off the gas. Yeah, they have to. They have to. We're not talking about the Miami Dolphins back in the day when they ran everybody over. Didn't they do that in Miami? Didn't the Miami Dolphins run everybody over and didn't win the championship? Remember the Patriots? They had an undefeated season and lost at the end. Yeah, it's the disinterest. There's teams that come out screaming. We've seen Kansas City do it when they had Jamal Charles come out 6-0. Next couple games, bam, fall flat on their face. We saw we just seen so many teams just come out and do that, and they're so good, and boom, heck, Chicago. The better numbers were crazy. Yeah, right. Look at Chicago last year. Cody Parkey. Chicago was looking real good. So were the Chargers. Boom. Out. The Rams. Rams had the best season. Boom. Done. You see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Were the Rams better than Patriots? No. 3 points. I mean, come on, man. Cody Parkey. They fired him. They fired Cody for something that wasn't his fault. They got rid of him. He's like, coach, it wasn't my fault. It was the linemen, the offensive linemen. They didn't stop the guys from rushing in and putting their hand up and blocking it. They were like, yeah, Cody, but everybody's mad at you. So there has to be a fall guy. And, you're the guy on the grassy knoll, so peace. Who's the next chosen one after Tom Brady? Oh, man, that's going to go to that young dude playing for, that's going to go to Garoppolo. Yeah, I'm gonna say Garoppolo. Chosen one. Grassy note. Yeah, you're the fall guy. You did it. Sorry, Cody. You're the guy on the grassy note. It's what it is. Like, I didn't do this. Yeah, but somebody's got to bite the big one. Yeah, Jimmy G. Jimmy G has the potential to do it. He's got the potential, even though, that ACL, was that ACL, MCL? I thought it was going to be Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck took it to the playoffs, and then boom, went out, the second round? I was like, come on, Andrew. Ah, because I can see them boosting the Colts back up. Eh. They just gave Roethlisberger more money. He's got two under his belt. But Pittsburgh is not a flashy team, never have been. So it's different. Then you're looking at, okay, so, all right, so being that the military and the government is all in sports, if you're going to be looking at the next chosen one, you're going to have to be looking at why the team that they're playing on is chosen. We thought RG3 was going to be chosen. Look what happened to him. They put him on a so-so team, the Redskins. He gets hurt up. He was hurt before he got into the NFL. He was hurt. He had problems with concussions. He suffered a concussion when he won the championship with Baylor. Knocked him right out on the sideline. And everybody figured out how to beat him. They were just like, all we have to do is clip his wings. He's done. He's not good in the pocket. And then he was like, Coach, once he hurt his knee, he was like, Coach, let's run plays where I'm good in the pocket. They were like, no, we're not going to do that. And that was them making their plans to see his way out of there. When they told him, no, we're not going to make you a pocket passer, like, wait a minute, I don't have an arm? It didn't matter. Remember the Army pays the NFL to do the yeah, yeah. Well, they paid them. The Army been paying the NFL. I mean, that whole Pat Tillman thing. So, and that's a shame that they did Pat like that. But yeah, so you gotta look at then what happened to RG3. They put him on Cleveland, another crappy team. If you want to see RG3 do good, put him in a give him to the Steelers. Give RG3 to the Steelers. He'll do good. Shoot, they'll take care of him over there. Nah, I can't see it. Patriots go to the NFL, there's going to be a problem. The NFL championship. I'm going to tell you who's going to win the championship. It's going to come out of, it's going to be Drew Brees. It's going to be the Saints. I got the Saints all day. They owe them one from what they did to them last year and how they let Todd Gurley's team get in there, and they missed that play. Plus, Drew Brees, he's gonna be getting out of there soon. He's like 40 something. He's gonna be leaving soon, even though he's still dope. But they need to give him one. They need to give him another one. They need to give him another. He's just a bad man. Drew Brees is the bad boy, can shoot the lights out. So yeah, I can see Drew Brees taking it. There's no other team standing in their way. McNabb, good on the running pass. Who are you talking about? You talking about Donovan McNabb for the Eagles? I think that's what you meant to spell. It's spelled, you put, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, yeah, what happened? Won a championship. You know what I'm saying? Equal nation. So, yeah, you got to look at who's the next Golden Boy. I don't think it's going to be Golden Boy. I think it's going to be Golden Team. I think the reason why the Patriots are winning so much is because of the name Patriots. I don't think it's so much Carson Wentz. Why? Who does he play for now? Jared Goff, never. Nope. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, he's still okay. He still plays for Philly. I mean, he's got one. He came out of he did his thing. He's got one. We thought it was going to be Derek Carr, didn't we? We thought the Raiders was going to do it. You know what I'm saying? We was like Derek Carr, the Christian boy. We needed a replacement, didn't we? For The other Christian dude. Yeah, Vegas Raiders. We was like, yeah, Derek Carr, Derek Carr. No, Derek Carr got taken out. We was on him. We thought the Raiders was with beast mode. We was like, yeah, the Raiders with beast mode, man. Look, I've never liked the Raiders, but I would have been amped to see beast mode get one with the Raiders. I'd have been amped to see that, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Raiders, man, they dirty. Lau Alzado. It's Lau Alzado. He's R.I.P. Lau Alzado. Oh, Lau wrote a book about playing dirty, being all jacked up on roids. That's a rough dude, man. But yeah, now they got that receiver from the Steelers. You're out for now. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. You guys go check out Reluctance channel. Got a lot of information on there. Smith-Schuster, nah. Brown. Nah, Brown. They got Antonio Brown. I don't watch the sports, but for Pittsburgh, right there, I was like, Pittsburgh. Come on, Pittsburgh. Y'all got rid of Bell. You got rid of Brown. Come on, Pittsburgh. Who y'all making way for? What, to pay Ben the rest of that money? Oh, man. We know Bell is, a problem child. They had a dynamite team, man. With Juju Smith-Schuster. He got in some trouble, too. But dang, man. That was the Lynn Swan, John Stallworth era back again. That's what it felt like. Felt like Swan and Stallworth, man. One for the thumb in 81. Let's go. Bradshaw, man. Old stutter stepping Franco Harris. Let's go, Steel City. Let's go. And they gave them all away. I ain't loved Pittsburgh since. Excuse me. I haven't loved Pittsburgh as much since. Hines Ward, I know. I haven't loved Pittsburgh as much. I'm always going to be a diehard. I'm always going to be a right here, Steel City. You know what I'm saying? Coal miner's kid. You know what I'm saying? But Joey Porter, bench pressing 225 32 times. JP. Big JP, man. Come on, man. Jack Ham, Jack Lambert. And you gave away Antonio Brown. You gave away Bell. Oh God. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. Antonio Brown. Oh God. Oh, why'd you give away Antonio Brown? And you gave him to the Raiders. Oh, man. I need to write the Knoll family a strongly worded letter just to let them know how I feel and why I never buy any Steeler paraphernalia. I feel a little, I'm going to use a Jewish word. I don't say this often. I feel a little verklempt. Yeah. That's what I felt. I feel a little verklempt over the whole issue. I feel like the Steelers aren't trying to win. Making room for somebody else. They're the greatest team in football. Now the Patriots are going to be the greatest team in football. They got 6 rings. How many do the Patriots got now? The Steelers are the greatest team in football. That's just a, come on, Rooney. Bring Rooney back. Yeah, they're going to get another one. Stinking Patriots, man. It's just not right. And this is why I don't watch the games anymore, because they took all the love. I used to play football, man. Right. I used to play football in Pittsburgh, in the freezing cold. Head down. Freezing. Trying to get warm by fire. You know, I used to be out there. Couldn't hit anybody with your hands, it was so cold. Slush up to your ankles, it was so cold. Getting blown away 43 to zip. Getting our butts kicked. Right back at practice the next day. Going to championship games. I was that dude. What up, BDs? Well, it looks like it. They've already shocked the world. I mean, it's already a shock what they've done. They shocked themselves. But I can't say that they're gonna. I don't know. I don't. Here's what I don't get. What would be the benefit to the NBA letting Golden State lose? I don't know. Educate me. Why would they do that to the NBA? Why would they let Toronto do that? You know what I'm saying? What would be the benefit of letting Toronto win? All hail Canada. How would that go about? I'm asking. How would that ringing? I don't understand. How would that ring? Oh, how would that rigging go about? Shoot. Let me say this. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question for somebody who makes, all these videos about it being rigged. Just the ref fixing it? No. No fixing the score. No fixing the score, bro. Nobody's fixing the score. Because, they did that too. They had to hold, what was it? They needed to put a couple seconds back on. Bad calls. That's one. You'd be looking at a lot of bad calls. You also would be looking at, here's the fastest way to do it. Here's the fastest way to rig a game. Have somebody go out. What Kevin Durant did, when Kevin Durant went out, it was unbelievable. It was like, Kevin, where are you going? What happened to Kevin Durant? And why? You feel me? It was what happened to Kevin Durant. So if it's gonna be rigged, that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see players make some really crazy you're gonna see stuff that's just unexplainable. You're gonna be like, can you explain this? Oh, why this person? You're gonna be like Chris Hansen on the Catch a Predator. You're gonna be like, can you explain yourself? You're gonna be walking up to the referee Doherty going, what kind of call was that? But basically, you're gonna have people who are just gonna sit out. They're just gonna. You're not gonna know why they're sitting out. They're just gonna sit out. That's what's gonna happen. You're just gonna have people sit out. And it's gonna piss you off. Because you're gonna be like, why did Green just stop playing? Green didn't stop playing. He didn't get hurt. He didn't trip up his ankle. He didn't you know what I'm saying? Look, we're already asking where Kevin Durant is. We're already trying to figure out, is he going to play again? He's already questionable in the season. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. We're already trying to figure out, is Kevin Durant going to even play? Are we going to see any of that action going on? Answer, listen, if Kevin Durant doesn't play, I promise you that you might be looking at an upset for the season. Kevin Durant doesn't play, you might be looking at an upset. And that's a damn shame, but that is the NBA, people. That's the NBA. But I still can't see what would be the purpose of letting. I still don't know what would be the purpose of letting them win. I can't see it either. I see. Look. Here's what's happening to us. We're going like this. We're going. You see the expressions like, we can't see that. And you know why we can't see it? Because of the talent, for one. Golden State is has way too much talent. Way too much talent. And two, what will it benefit the NBA? That's why we can't see it. We're like, nah, bro, we can't see that. We can't see it. None of us can see it. So we know if it happens, I can't see it. Not at all. But anything is possible. don't know, guys. All I know is I'm not gonna be set up for the woo. I'm not gonna be sitting up here hoping something happens that doesn't. The mountain. Oh, I have the mountain. The mountain could be anyone. The mountain can be anyone, and that's a fact, Jack. That dude did not want to die. It was like, sorry, Space Jam feeling right. It was like, sorry, not really trying to do the whole dying thing, bro. Clegane! Clegane was pissed, wasn't he? He was pissed off his brother wouldn't die. He was like, I ain't dying for you. Would you just die already? It was a disappointment, wasn't it? What up, BDs? You would have lost that bet. Yeah. What if that dude wouldn't have? I would have, but that's his fault. Because he's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens with people who are idiots. That guy was a stone cold idiot. And he was trolling me. And if he wasn't trolling me, he might have got, you know what I'm saying? He might have got a couple dollars out of me. But and you guys know I pay. I don't care. I pay in a heartbeat. I like the little side bets and stuff like that. I'm cool with that. But I don't like being trolled. I don't like that at all. And that's what he was doing. He was trolling me. So I don't like trolls at all, man. I don't do good with trolls. That girl is a real crowd pleaser. There is nothing to explain. Yeah, this is over with. Small world, don't need a. That girl is a real. Yeah, she was. Oh boy, was trolling me. Couldn't say that I liked it. So. NFL is fixed. NFL is fixed. NBA is fixed. I don't think there's a sport out there that isn't fixed now. I think everything is just all messed up now. I think everything is all jacked up now. I don't think there's a sport out there that isn't corrupt in some kind of way. because there's way too much money in it. Maybe some kid sports. Heck, you got the parents that are all in on that now, too. Even high school ball. When I played high school ball, I'm going to tell you something. Playing high school ball was one of the best things that ever happened to me. Right. When I played high school ball, it was it gave me such a feeling of it made me feel like an adult. It made me feel responsible, to try to win. Uh, and it also pretty much let me know what I had the potential to do and not to do. Like I knew I was never going to be a super fast runner. I just didn't have the leg speed. But I had endurance. Like I could play, like I could go to 2 a day practices and I listen, this is what I would do. I lived on a hill. So when it come to 2 a day practices, sometimes I would run to practice, practice, run home, run back to practice. I lived a couple miles away. I had the endurance to just go all day. I could just run all day. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't. I really didn't get that tired unless I was running at high speed. If I was running at high speed, then I get tired. But in football, you didn't have to run at high speed. There was a lot of breaks. So it made me feel good. It made me feel good to compete, help me get some anger out, smashing people. I liked high school football, but I knew it wasn't something I wanted to make a career at because I didn't like being in pain. I saw people get broken limbs. I mean, I've seen people get jacked up playing football, and I knew that the next level of football was going to be a lot faster. It was going to hurt a lot more. And I didn't sign up for that. I got a couple letters to play for a couple, a Big Ten team. They wanted to invite me to their camp. Penn State, Slippery Rock. Slippery Rock's not Big Ten, but Penn State is. But you know what? When I saw that letter from Penn State, you would have thought that I'd have been like, yeah, I'm gonna be a Nittany Lion. Heck yeah, like they recognized the skills. I saw that letter from Penn State. I was like, I'm good. Because I didn't want to get smacked around like that. I was just in no... I had no ambition to get hit like that. And the irony was, years later I went to see a Penn State game and watched a guy get paralyzed. So I knew the potential for being, not being able to walk again, was there. I'd have probably been a great Nittany Lion, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about great. I'd have probably been an average dude, would have got my degree. In hindsight, what I could have done is I could have played for Penn State, third string, whatever, wouldn't matter. Not really looking towards the pros or anything. But, could have went out there and thugged it out. Been okay on defense. Got my name out there. played for a Big Ten school, stayed healthy. But my love would have never been in football. It would have been in probably track. I would have been a lot faster than I ever was. Oh, shoot. I was a decent swimmer then also. And let's see. I'd probably, I don't know. I wanted to join the service, so I did. So, you know, some ROTC action. Some of that. So, but that's hindsight. That's what I'd be looking at. I don't know. Hindsight. That's hindsight. Some hindsight action for you, but I wouldn't have never been great at football. I think I ever wanted to be either. Would have never been great. I would have been decent. And I'm okay with being decent. Shoot. That girl is a real crowd pleaser. There is nothing to explain. I'm getting my ass kicked again. There is nothing to explain. Yeah, knew I was gonna get beat, but I had just the right size too. But I wasn't fast. I wasn't fast enough. Even when I played in the eighth grade. I played football in the eighth and ninth grade, especially in eighth grade. Played for a team called the Bellevue Colts, and I was a linebacker, right? I was a linebacker, and there was this kid who was, he was our, we were both playing, was three of us, kind of trying to get the linebacker position. But two of them, one of them was faster than me. His name was Johnny. He's a shorter kid. He was faster than me. And then there was another kid. I think his name was John too. Uh, him and I would go at it for that position. He was a quiet guy, but he could play. He could play. I remember him. I remember playing, trying to match him. I was a little bit jealous of his talent because I knew he was better than me at the game. You know, but I didn't tell him that. But he knew he was better than me too. But we played for the same team. We did good that year too. We had a really good year. But those are some of the guys who made me better. You know, played with some really good coaches. We ended up having a championship year. We went undefeated, and then we went out of state and got beat 14-0. And our coaches literally cried, literally, right in front of us. And our coaches was crying. We were sitting there eating oranges, bananas, listening to them cry because their pride was so hurt because we went out of town and got beat by some farmers. We got our butts kicked by some farm boys who they just they just they didn't outwit us. They didn't outwit us. They didn't. Matter of fact, trying to beat ourselves. We had a play that was called the Monster. It just didn't work. They just came right in and just didn't work. But we just didn't have the talent to beat that team. That was just that. But when we lost that game, I was like, so what? I was like, so what type of deal. So I could tell my heart wasn't in football the way a lot of people's were. There was a lot of kids in my neighborhood who were they were superior when it comes to talent. They were faster. They always called me slow. They were like, you're so slow. I'm a slow person, you know what I'm saying? When it came to that, I'd be like, race me in a mile. They'd be like, nah, we're good. I'd be like, let's go. Race me in a mile. None of you can beat me in a mile. Some of them can run with me, but beat me in a mile in my age group. But nonetheless, so I was known as slow, but I could run for a very long time. But football just wasn't it for me. I didn't have the leg speed. I started to get the size once I hit high school, and I started to do well. But I just didn't have the love because it just wasn't there. And that was just that. These legs, they wasn't going to get me to where I wanted to go fast enough. They wasn't going to get me out of the way of some of them at that time 240, 300-pound linebackers. Some big. There's a kid that lives around the corner from here. He's like 240. He's huge, like 6'4", 240. And he plays. He just started playing this year in college. Plays for forgot what college he went to. They gave him a scholarship. He's like, I don't even get any into any games. I'm like, good grief. If I would have went Division 1, oh, I would have been, oh no. I'm like, this dude is 6'4". I mean, he's just a big, cool young brother, man. He like 19. I'm looking at this size like, boy, you just getting bigger. He's not even playing D1. He's like, I don't even play. So, you know what it is. I'm like, if somebody your size is not playing, I made the right call. I wish I would have got my degree though, because I could have probably got a track scholarship too. I didn't get a track scholarship until I got older. I actually got a went to Talladega University. And I got a track scholarship, partial scholarship for running. I ran just like that too. No, but yeah, scholarship for running. I could run a mile, 4:26, 1500, 4:55, 16, 4:40. I can run a 4:40, 16. It's getting it. Clock a 10-minute 2 mile, which in competition that's slow. 10:28. You get your butt whooped. 10:28. That's not even bragging. You can't even brag about that. Anyways, you guys are gone. I don't know who's still here, but you can't even brag about that. That's slow. 10:28 in a 2 mile. You get blown away. You gotta, if you want to compete in the 2 mile, you have to run collegiately. If you want to compete, you have to run 8 minutes, 8:32 collegiately. At the worst, now I saw a guy. I went to a track meet at Ohio State, and I saw a guy run the 2 mile in competition and come in last place, and he ran it in 9 minutes flat. Just wrap your head around that. He ran a 9 minute flat 2 mile and came in dead last. Isn't that cray cray? Isn't that cray cray?